Oh my god. Hello everyone! Welcome back to our playthrough of the Digimon Pendulum Cycle version 8. I've been gone for a few days, haven't made a video, but not for a lack of trying. As you'll see in this footage, which I'm probably not even going to spend the time picking apart this literal 15 plus hours of footage, but basically, this thing has been massive roadblocks. The first few runs we did were pretty nice, right? We got to see some mons, they all stem from Devimon, mind you, but we got some results. And it was fun, and it was a good time, and then the next day, they just slept all day. Remember that thing I told you about where if you go here and here to the timer and then you press the one button, the A button, and then you press it again and it turns it on, even if you turn it off and go back, it glitches it out to where your Digimon just like won't wake up. I now know that if they're asleep and you turn them back on, if you wake them up and then you shake them around a bunch, apparently they'll wake up, or at least that's what people are telling me. Who knows? Okay, this device is quite odd. It's quite strange. But despite all of the exploits, all of the things that I had tried to do, the Digimon just wouldn't wake up the entire day, sleeping all day. And I just said, okay, fine, we'll skip today, we'll hit it again early in the morning. And so then they woke up super early and immediately turned into Devimon. I then tried to restart them later in the evening, and I got us up to Petite Meramon, and I was trying to go for Gabumon or Candlemon. Candlemon was the one I really wanted. But while I was in the middle of fulfilling those requirements, they fell asleep. And then in the morning, they woke up and first thing in the morning turned into Devimon. So I said, hey, when life gives you Devimon, you make Devimon aid. And so I thought we'd go down the very last evolution path that Devimon has, that we haven't experienced, which is Devimon, which then we could have used to get Pumpmon, to get Boltmon, to get some really cool Digimon, okay? It was going to be nice, but getting Devimon to turn into Devimon was just not happening. All day yesterday, I fulfilled the requirements that, according to the internet, were correct, and they just didn't change. They never did, and so they went to bed. And first thing in the morning, they woke up and they evolved into Apemon. So here we... I just want to play with virtual pets and have fun. And I will say that I did have fun just hanging out with them. So that was nice. But I also realized that I have a YouTube channel to run, so that makes it to where this isn't something that I can continue playing with, unfortunately. So I hope you've all enjoyed the Pendulum Cycle up till this point. I just really don't think I can squeeze more blood from this very confusing stone. It's not really a stone so much as it's a puzzle box. It's like the pyramid puzzle from Yu-Gi-Oh, right? I'm not going to try to solve it. I'm not going to get possessed by an ancient fairy. Are you kidding me? I got a job and I got a kid. In the middle of a freaking PTA meeting, someone triggers the spirit of the pyramid and I'm all like, ha! And my eyebrows get all intense and suddenly everyone's subjected to a 3-hour death game. No, I don't think so. So in review, I don't really like to give devices straight up reviews because, well, I don't go and 100% them. I don't know the entire story, right? So a review is kind of like, well, maybe it feels a little disingenuous, or maybe at least not fair. I'm very genuine. Okay, I retract saying that it's disingenuous. It's very genuine. Most genuine I could be about virtual pets at all times. But I will say, from what I have played, I like it. I like all of the functions that were inside of the device. I really appreciate the way that you can put your Digimon to sleep. You can wake them up whenever you want. The way that the alarm function is there, it could be a little less glitchy. I really like the ability to rush through with evolutions and every day get this, a new thing. The thing that the Pendulum Cycle lacks, the thing that it lacks that it desperately needs is a comprehensive guide. And I'm not just talking about someone online putting in the effort and the time to create a guide. I'm talking about Bandai, like the ones in Hong Kong who made this device. I'm talking about them making an instruction manual that just explicitly explains the functions of the device. That way, if you know what's up, if you know evolutions are weight-based or overfeed-based, and the instructions tell you how to overfeed, they tell you how to wake them up, they tell you how to put them to sleep, that would be fine. You would have more tools. You would be more equipped. And so when things don't go quite right, you can't blame the thing itself, because like you have those resources. I don't. I just don't. I don't know how to make Petite Meramon turn into Candlemon. I apparently don't know how to make Devimon turn into Devimon. So I'm just going to stop because I am ready to move on now. If I were to give this thing a score, well, frankly, that'd be stupid because I haven't given any other virtual pet a score, and then I'd have to retroactively go back and give every pet a score, or else the internet would have my head. So yeah, no scores. I just enjoyed it. I just wish it were more clear. Coming up next is a series based on the Tamagotchi Mothra, and I've decided, thanks to a suggestion by some of the viewers, to play them alongside with the Uratama. So we'll be having double Tama action. People, I don't know how I'm going to title this, because, someone might Google, like, the Tamagotchi Uratama, and then if the name's not in the title, this Uratama will just disappear into the internet, which I guess isn't the worst thing in the world. If I wasn't going to run it in the first place, I might as well just have them in the background, yeah? So yeah, Mothra, Tamagotchi, and Uratama coming at you soon. As you can already tell, with a screen that's slightly easier to capture on my camera, on my little webcam, so that's a plus, right? And then we'll be moving on to the Pendulum X version 3. It will be a good time. Oh, such a good time it will be. Let's go see how everyone's been doing with their virtual pets in our Discord channel. Ray's got themselves the most colorful Sukamon I've ever seen in my life. The shell, the frame, the keyboard, this picture. I need a desktop wallpaper version of it, please. If you could kind of maybe zoom out and just retake that pic for me, I would just appreciate that. If they're not Sukamon anymore, forget it. It has to be Sukamon, though. I'm sorry, I'm picky, but I'm a virtual pet boy who knows what he wants. Crossender says, after a very stressful day, I'm happy I'm finally getting into the Hudimon online. Wish me luck. Good luck, and I'm sorry you had a hard day. I hope it gets better. I hope Hudimon can help to relieve some of that stress. I hope things go well. Yeah, actually, you know what, buddy? Be good. Okay? The way their mood, the way their outlook on life going forward depends on you, okay? Don't want to hear any bad news. Keeping my eye on you, buddy. Darth Fox McLeod says they thought they would share this. Their Gabumon just evolved into Angemon, and now they are roomies with Devimon. And they said they're just tickled that they're sharing the same device. And I am as well. That's why I'm looking at it now in the video. I think it's notable. I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah, total agree there. I wonder what they do for brunch. I bet Angemon doesn't eat brunch. Devimon strikes me as a brunch kind of mon, though. Like a panini with an egg on top and like maybe 1 or 2 mimosas at like 10:30 in the morning. Is that brunch time? I don't know. I'm actually not a brunch guy myself. I'm like Angemon. Well, gee, hopefully those two get along in that device, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I pressed the button like I was expecting an actual Tamagotchi to pop up, but I'm excited. I'm excited to get Mothra. Obviously, I'm going to aim for Mothra. You might want me to go for Godzilla, but like, I'm horrified of moths, but Mothra's all right, okay? I don't know why. It's just one of those things, you know? Some people have a fascination, at least with fantasy versions of the things they're horrified of, right? I know it's not just me because my partner does the same thing with her arachnophobia. Like, she will freak out when she sees a spider, but she is very fascinated by movies like Arachnophobia. There is no equivalent for moths, though. It's not Mothman, by the way. I appreciate the thought if you were thinking about maybe typing that one out, but it's not. Mothman is very odd, and I don't like them because I guess rather they might be the most appropriate moth-type horror movie because they're like a moth. They're very mysterious. I don't know what they're gonna do. They may be out to eat my eyeballs. I wouldn't know because I stay inside and I avoid them, so I don't really know what their intentions are. Sure, I could open the door and say, hey, Mothman, what you up to? But there's that risk that he might take my eyes, so just like with real moths, nah, I'll just stay inside. I hope you enjoyed our run with the Pendulum Cycle version 8. Thank you, Sneaks, for sending them in, and also thank you for sending in the next stars of our show, the Mothra Tamagotchi and the Uratama. But that's all for today. Everyone, thanks for hanging out. Thanks, patrons, for supporting this channel, especially Shifter and DogTrainer89, and I'll see you all in the next one for Tama Time. Have a good one.